So guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. Guys, there's been a lot of talk online about David Benavidez. David Benavidez, a lot of people think he could be a threat to Canelo. David Benavidez has come out and said he believes he will knock Canelo Alvarez out if they were to fight. He's confident. He believes in himself. He's a tough guy. He's a big guy at the weight. Big boy at the weight. You know, we're talking about a guy that's really tall. What is he, 6'3", 6'4"? He's massive. He's a big dude and he's got fast hands. A volume puncher. Listen, Canelo Alvarez right now, for me, he's unstoppable right now. He looks so strong. His boxing IQ is so good. I see a lot of these guys like Benavidez, Andre talk about Canelo and say, well, oh yeah, I seen him slipping jabs. Oh, Andre was like, I slip jabs all the time. Listen, mate, look at the guys that you're fighting and look at the guys Canelo's fighting. There's a leap years of difference, man. These guys are fighting lower level guys and they're making a name of it and they're trying to make out like that, you know, they're doing something sensational. You're fighting lower level kids. You're fighting guys that you're supposed to be putting away the way you're putting them away. Canelo's putting away top guys that are, you know, world champions that are top in their division. He's putting them away in emphatic fashion. Right, he's fighting Callum Smith in December, then he's fighting Yildirim, and then straight away in May he's fighting Saunders. He's fighting top level guys. Yeah, Yildirim wasn't top, but then in September he's looking for a fight with Caleb Plant. He's cleaned out the division. He's gonna clean out the division from December to September. He's cleaned out the division. The only guy that would be left that's any good at that division is David Benavidez. And David Benavidez is a guy that we're hyping up and saying, yeah, he could be a problem, looking at him stylistically. Not because he's credible, not because he's achieved a lot, not because he's beaten stellar competition, no. Because we think he may have a good style to beat Canelo. And I've said I think David Benavidez is got a style that could trouble Canelo. But when he comes out and says he feels he's going to knock Canelo out, then come on, man. Come on, man. I've seen guys like fight Anthony Jarrell and take a lot of punishment from him. Canelo Alvarez, first, he doesn't get hit a lot. He's got great head movement. He's so good. He's so hard to hit now, clean. Benavidez is fast. He has got hand speed. He is tall. But at the end of the day, that's a big target for Canelo. The body's a big target. You know, when you're throwing those fast combinations, he's going to have something waiting for you. He's going to be looking to counter you. Canelo Alvarez is the complete fighter right now. There is hardly any flaws in his game. He is the complete fighter. To say that you are going to knock him out, listen, every fighter needs to have that kind of confidence. Benavidez has got confidence in himself, and that's great. But the fact of the matter is, right now, a lot of these guys, Charlo, Benavidez, Andre, these guys' resumes are not, Saunders, all of these guys' resumes are not good enough. They're not fighting one another. It's really frustrating. We're getting that in every division. These guys are just not fighting one another. They're just waiting for that lottery day, waiting for that you know, that ticket. They're waiting for the cash cow in Canelo. Start fighting one another. Now, David Benavidez has said he's willing to fight Charlo. He's willing to fight Plant. It's those guys that don't want to fight. I don't know the score, what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know what's going on, but it's really frustrating. As a fight fan, you see someone like David Benavidez, who looks a good fighter, who you look at him and think, you know what, he's got good tools, he's got the skills, but he's not fighting anybody. He's fighting unknown guys not top in the division. It's really frustrating. Boxing fans are getting frustrated. I see how people are reacting online because it's frustrating when you see top guys not in the division not fighting one another. They're just waiting for that lottery ticket. That's what they're all waiting for. They're all waiting for the Canelo fight, right? Caleb Plant knows he's going to get the Canelo fight, so he's not going to take the Benavidez fight. Why don't Benavidez and Charlo fight? But Charlo's probably waiting for the Canelo fight. They don't want to take that risk. They're all afraid of losing their role. That's all it's about. Afraid of losing their role. You know, it's frustrating. You know, fair enough, you can talk big, you can talk smack, say that you can knock Canelo out. Fair enough, but start backing it up with fighting top-level guys. These guys aren't fighting top-level guys, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating that these guys are not getting in the ring with one another. Because as a fan, as a boxing fan, a hardcore boxing fan, I want to see these guys fight. Yes, I understand the politics of boxing, but surely if you're a fighter, right, and you want something possessively, right, you'll make it happen. Surely, at the end of the day, you're the boxer. You can if you're pushing for something, I'm pretty sure you will get it. Now, I don't know whether these guys are just waiting for that lottery ticket with Canelo, or they actually want to fight one another. Because right now, I don't think they do. I don't think Caleb Plant wants to fight anybody but Canelo. He's gonna keep fighting lower level competition till he gets to Canelo. I don't believe David Benavidez. David Benavidez ain't even champion right now. I don't know what. I won't be surprised if he wants to fight Caleb Plant because he's not champion. But if Benavidez was champion, would he want to fight Caleb Plant? I don't know. Is Benavidez now just wanting to fight Plant because he knows that Canelo's gonna fight Plant next, right now he's not gonna get the Canelo fight because Canelo's gonna fight Plant. So it makes all sense for Benavidez, but it doesn't make sense for Caleb Plant. This is what I'm trying to say to you guys, that these guys don't want to risk when they know that they're gonna get that lottery ticket, and it's frustrating. David Benavidez is a good fighter. There's no doubt about it. He's got skills, but again, those skills aren't being tested against top-level opposition, and not being tested against the top 168-pound guys. You know, he's a big dude. He's a big lump. He's fast. He's volume puncher. I get all of that. He could potentially be a problem for Canelo. But right now, Canelo's just gaining experience. Every time Canelo gets in the ring, he's getting in the ring with a top-level opposition. He's sharpening his tools. He's getting better. He's getting more experience. When you fight this guy, you're going to stand less of a chance. His boxing IQ, his boxing ability, natural ability is probably better than yours anyway. Then when you couple the fact with the experience that him getting in the ring with top-level opposition time and time again, he's just going to get better and better and better and better. And by the time you get your chance with your limited experience at world-class level, he's so ahead of the game that the chances of you beating him is very remote. It's slim to none. Because the guy's getting so much experience. He's fighting all the best guys while you're fighting all journeymen. And that's the problem. That's the problem that a lot of these guys like Saunders, Plant, Benavidez, all of these guys are going to have, that their competition, their level is so poor that they've not been in the ring with a lot of world-class fighters. And when they get in there with Canelo, his experience, his tools, his big fight experience is on another level. It's on another level. He's experienced all of this stuff. When Canelo fights David Benavidez, it's not a big fight for Canelo. He's been involved in many big fights. When Benavidez fights Canelo, it's like the end of the world for him. It's like that's it. This is the fight for him. This is what's going to make or break me. It's not like that for Canelo. Canelo's had so many big fights. He's been in the ring with so many great fighters, whereas Benavidez can't say the same. And that's the problem that these guys are going to have with Canelo. That Canelo's so experienced. He's so ahead of the game. His boxing IQ has improved so much that he's now got to a stage where it's going to be difficult for anyone to touch Canelo Alvarez. And yes, I understand the fact that he's a cash cow. That helps because everybody wants to fight him. All the top fighters want to fight him because they know the payday that they're going to get. And they get a chance to beat the pound-for-pound king. I get that. But the fact of the matter is, surely these guys need to have more ambition rather than chasing Canelo. I know Canelo's the man in around these weights and he's the cash cow. He's the king. I get all of that. But at the end of the day, surely if you're not going to get the Canelo fight, surely you've got to create your own legacy. Surely you've got to create your own name. Canelo wasn't a superstar from the start, was he? He built his name by fighting opposition, by fighting guys. He built himself. If Canelo had lost 3 or 4 fights, nobody would be looking at Canelo the way they are now. The reason why Canelo who he is because of the fact that he stepped up and fought top-level guys, won world titles at different weight classes, and is daring to be great. He's been doing it for a very long time. You know, everybody was quick to have a go at Canelo's record. Everyone, Benavidez, oh, well, who he got beat by Golovkin? Who's he? Like, everybody's quick to look at Canelo's record. Canelo's fought former world champions, former unified champions. You know, he's fought Olympic silver medalists, gold medalists. He fought everybody, man. He's fought everybody. Look at the middleweight division. He fought Golovkin. He fought Jacobs. You know, he fought so many top guys. And look at the super middleweight division. He fought Callum Smith, the Ring Magazine and #1 ranked super middleweight. Now he's fighting Billy Joe Saunders. Then he's looking to fight Caleb Plant. How can you hate on this guy? The fact of the matter is, now compare that to all the other top 160, 168 pounders. Who have they fought? Who have they fought? Everyone's quick to jump on Canelo's case. What about you jumping on other people's case that actually are not fighting the top level guys, that are not getting in the ring with each other? But yeah, everybody's quick to smash Canelo's resume. Yeah, he's got, in my opinion, probably the best resume in boxing alongside Pacquiao. It's embarrassing. You know, listen, I have no problem with Benavidez talking confidently and Benavidez saying he's going to knock. That's what a fighter should do. But when these guys are not fighting stiff competition, it's frustrating for fans, because Benavidez has got talent, Benavidez has got ability, you know, but at the end of the day, we're not seeing it against top level opposition. We're seeing it against lower level opposition. Then we see these guys say, oh, I'll smash Canelo, I'll do this, I'll do that. You know, the credibility is not there because the level of opposition is poor. And even though Benavidez, like I said, I think he stylistically could be a problem for anyone, not just Canelo. But the fact of the matter is that the guy's not fighting top level opposition. You know, Billy Joe Saunders, he's fighting Canelo now. He's not fought top level opposition. You know, why didn't Billy Joe Saunders fight Benavidez? Or why didn't Benavidez fight Plant? You know, why didn't Charlo fight Benavidez? You know, it's just not happening. It's frustrating for the fans. It's not good. Not good for boxing fans, hardcore fans. We're all getting frustrated because we don't get to see these big fights. And all we see is a lot of Twitter fighters today. We see a lot of Twitter fighters, a lot of Instagram fighters, a lot of TikTok fighters, but we don't see the fighters in the ring. You know, they're all giving it a big one on social media, but we need to see them in the ring. We need to see them fighting one another. We need to see them locking horns, you know, and it's not happening at the minute. It's just not happening, and it's frustrating. What do you guys make of it? Rant over. What do you guys make of it? Benavidez saying he feels he'll knock Canelo out. Leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'd love to know your opinion. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.